The Art and Fair Mall is back open for business after a very frightening situation for my photographer and I. I was here inside of the mall doing an after Christmas holiday shopping story when I came over to Macy's to prep for my live report. I talked to a sales clerk here for a couple of minutes. We were doing makeup, and then a few minutes after that, you could hear just the sound of feet running through Macy's and a loud boom. We don't know what the sound was, but everyone inside of the store ran for cover.
News 10's Lonni Rivera is live in the newsroom tonight with more on how child molesters are using the world of gaming to prey on kids. Lonni?
Yes, you guys, most kids like the challenge and social side of these interactive video game groups, but there's a dark side to this interactive online world where some so-called players have a different and dangerous agenda. So glad you could join us tonight. I'm Lonni Rivera. 3 local veterans are just at the beginning of a cross-country bike ride from Bakersfield to Washington, D.C. They hope their trip raises awareness about veterans. 17's Heather Hope has their send-off. Well, that wraps up our time here on the red carpet at the California Hall of Fame. I'm Lonni Rivera. Good night.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, sir.
He refuses to ask for money.
Would you all be willing to sign that bill, SB 876? 876, please. Would you like to sign our petition? Would you like to sign the bill? Okay.
Instead, he begs for signatures.
Have a good day.
Lately, it's even more difficult than getting change.
And I have been homeless for the last 4 months because I couldn't afford the high rent. Good morning, sir.
Donald Turner is camped out under the trees of the California Capitol.
Good morning. Would you like to sign our bill?
He's pushing a petition drive for a proposed bill.
Good morning, sir.
It would protect the homeless from being arrested when resting in public places.
You gotta love state workers. Must be getting close to lunch. For some people, it's cold, it's damp, but we manage. We have a bunch of blankets and stuff and tarps. You see the camera, huh? It's not gonna hurt you.
Turner and his dog Bandit, who, by the way, doesn't like cameras, found each other on the streets.
Yeah, you barking at the camera. He was homeless. Yeah. And we became friends the first day, and I had him ever since. This is my buddy.
These days, his mission is to look out for others forced to pitch tents where they can.
We want to make sure that the people that are sleeping here are safe and protected, and basically that's what we're here to do.
The homeless activists have collected close to 600 petition signatures supporting the bill. Their goal is to reach 1,000.
Would you like to sign our petition for the homelessness?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. It's rough.
They have until next Tuesday to make it happen.
You was a Marine?
Yes, sir.
Simplify.
Hoorah.
Hoorah, bro.
The bill will be heard when lawmakers return from spring recess.
I just feel that the city just want to just get rid of homeless people, but they don't know how.
The homelessness crisis is complicated. It's something Turner acknowledges.
I'm not here to panhandle, because I don't. I'm a human being just like anybody else. Here you go. You know, I fought for this country. I fought for the freedom for people to do exactly what they do today. Good morning.
In Sacramento, Lonni Rivera reporting.
Okay.
Taking a tour of this high-rise state office kind of feels like walking through a high-dollar furniture room. The stunning view and space is where Board of Equalization member Jerome Horton and his staff work in Sacramento. This is his office so that you've got his view of the Capitol.
Oh, look at that.
But I'm like thinking, how much time does he actually spend there? Because he's in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
This is Jerome Horton's office, and as you can see, the view from up here, absolutely amazing. The total cost of all of the furniture here in his Sacramento office, about $130,000. That's 130,000 taxpayer dollars used to purchase and install 24 white leather and walnut chairs, a matching couch, cabinets with frosted glass, amongst other items. All purchased last October. So is this a responsible financial decision made by an elected tax official?
They don't look particularly that fancy, but I'm sure they're very good quality. The question is whether or not this is the kind of furniture that's appropriate for a government office.
And?
Well, I think taxpayers really expect our elected officials to use their tax dollars wisely.
We reached Jerome Horton's office. He's in Culver City at a board meeting, and he says he's fighting hoarseness from a cold.
I don't think that no elected official is entitled to have any kind of special furniture, and that the entire procurement process we need to sort of take a look at it.
We wanted to know how much time he actually spends in the Sacramento office.
I would guess maybe about 20% of my time, 25% of my time.
So how many hours per week?
Oh boy, 48 hours.
48 hours a month?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
In the capital city, Lonni Rivera reporting.
Good job.
For many of us, awesome. This doesn't exactly look like a good time. This work team totes a huge net under the hot summer sun.
Today was a good fishing day.
This is a catch of a different kind.
Gambusia finis. Yeah, the mosquito fish is kind of their common name.
All of these little guys swimming around feed on these, a familiar nuisance.
Protect the public from any mosquitoes that may be breeding in the rice fields.
These 23 ponds and 8 tanks are home to the largest mosquito fish population in the country.
We put them in our buckets, bring them up to our truck, and count them in as we go. We do it as quickly as we can to alleviate as much stress on the fishes.
The Sacramento Yolo Vector Control District produces 4,600 pounds of mosquito fish a year. And friendly finds are often part of the catch since this habitat draws other water creatures.
They're already kind of looking for food.
They carry the fish to trouble spots with stagnant water to eat mosquito larvae. On this delivery, the team drops fish in a Sacramento rice field.
Almost 70 pounds of fish in that truck and a little over 100 pounds of fish in this truck.
This is the type of environment where mosquito larvae thrive. But just one mosquito fish can eat between 200 to 300 larvae per day. Science has proven that these voracious feeders are helpful in keeping backyards from becoming breeding grounds for disease-carrying mosquitoes. In Sacramento, Lonni Rivera reporting. Good afternoon, I'm Lonni Rivera, and thanks for watching. We'll have more on the Black History Parade shortly, but first, an investigation is underway into a helicopter collision that killed 7 Marines Wednesday night. It happened at the Arizona-California border, where 2 helicopters collided on a training range. One of those killed was Major Thomas Berdraco. Reporter Nicole Gonzalez talked to Berdraco's parents and neighbors who called him Captain America. A 25-year-old Wasco man is recovering in the hospital after crashing his car into a chain-link fence at Palm Avenue School. Kern County deputies responded to the crash shortly before 11 last night. When they arrived, 25-year-old Jorge Sandoval was pinned inside the car. Firefighters extricated Sandoval and airlifted him with serious injuries to Kern Medical Center. Investigators believe he left the roadway on Palm Avenue and struck a tree. Then they say he came back across the road and ran into a fence. No one else was hurt. No word on Sandoval's condition. Well, hundreds of people gathered downtown today to watch the 18th annual Black History Parade. And this year's theme was sharing our strength through visions and culture. 17's Heather Hope was at the parade earlier, and she joins us now in the newsrooms with some of the biggest attractions today. Heather? Speaking Up in Class is paying off for 300 Kern County students this weekend. Those students are taking part in the 41st annual Kern County Oral Language Festival. Students in grades 4 through 8 presented serious and humorous literature. Some performed alone as a solo and others performed in groups. The festival includes students from local, public and private schools. The students chose a piece of literature and then used their drama and speech skills in a competition. Well, coming up next on 17 News at 5, high winds smack a town near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And in Haiti, some residents are trying to recover after a fire raced through one of the country's largest markets there.